Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich as Ukraine. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, we have made sure that the USRDP is not left a coalition. Great news for us. Aside from that, the center is getting a little bit more powerful, and we have 58 days to get our industrial score up to 40. Now, I think we have done it. We're at 30 right now. We're going to get a 5-5, gets up to 40, and you give us an extra +5. So it's going to get us to 45, which is above 40, and it'll be done within the time frame. So we're barely getting by like the skin of our teeth, but we are doing it, which is great. Aside from that, we do have our troops still in Romania. This has almost been dealt with. God, we have no supplies. Just because, why did nobody ever think about putting a railroad between Romania and Bulgaria? I don't know why that was such a challenge to get that done. Because there's 7 divisions here. Like, if we could kill them off. If I pull you out, you know, actually, I'm going to move you. I'm going to retreat you down 1 province. I want you probably near Varna, because that's at least going to be a supply hub. Our exports soar. After the tumultuous years, the economy is finally in the green numbers. In fact, it has never been better. The war in America has drastically reduced the amount of exported wheat in the world markets, and we have been among those greatly profiting from the tragedy taking place in the United States. After all, the world around us has been recovering from the horrible economic recession, despite the looming threat of war, and still sore wounds from the revolt. What do we want to do? Stability and 10% more support? Or 1 year? Negative 30%. You know what? Give me the stability. A little bit more party popularity as well. Okay, you're fine where you're at. Still want you to retreat. There's still 7 divisions here. Yeah, and if we can just have you near Varna, just on this side of the map somewhere. Now, I don't want these 7 divisions to get free. I want them trapped in hell for as long as humanly possible. We'll throw you into Green Army for now. We'll throw you into Green Army as well. I will say our army size is not really where I'm wanting it to be. I feel like our army is still pretty small. Oh! Okay, this is actually fantastic. Burma joined up with the Cosparities here as well. Getting the SRI basically split in half is great news. Like, this is really good for us. Where's my Sicilian volunteer? Oh, he's already over here. Okay, excellent. Because if we can push our way, take Turan, I don't know if that's going to kill the SRI, but they're going to be pretty gosh dang close to being wiped out. Now, they have taken Bucharest back. Ireland has joined with the International, which is not great news. Okay, these guys have no organization. They should collapse in but a second. I don't think I want to send troops to Greece. Greece is really not that big of a deal, I believe. Just because taking Athens, I don't know why, it's always like such a surprising pain in the ass. The URDP and the faith. Since 1917, the church and Republican opinion about it have been more polarized and complicated. While some low-level priests might have been enthusiastic about the Republic overthrowing the hetman, significant parts of the higher church hierarchy were composed of Seroprotchki's loyalists, and this fact inevitably was reflected in how the church behaved itself, and how some Republicans viewed it in response. A lot of the initial goodwill towards the church was lost. Some among the non-far left Republicans became skeptical towards it, so overall relations with it might be described as neutral. The polarization of opinions has also extended to the URDP. Much of the party recognizes the value of having a healthy relationship with the church. In rural Ukraine in particular, the church has a great grip over the education system. It acts at the forefront of anti-poverty measures. The party's right-wing faction especially sees this ties with the faithful as paramount. However, due to the hesitancy of other wings of the party, in particular our coalition partners in the USDRP, serious efforts to cultivate those ties have largely been avoided. The slowly growing UNP, who the URDP right sees its main rival, have been filling its gap instead. It's cultivating a greater following in the countryside as a result. With their support base now under threat, the URDP right leader Vladimir Delenko has been calling for the rest of the party to redirect efforts towards building a positive and mutual beneficial relationship with the church. It has no doubt been difficult to convince our partners in the USDRP of such endeavors, though. I want relationships to improve with the Social Democrats, so that we can at least get into cooperative, which actually gives me a bonus, because we've still been taking penalties this entire time. The right is low, but I can't afford a 10 industrial score to make them not angry at us. Because, yeah, we're at 40. This needs to be above 40. Don't let it fool you into thinking that 40 is okay. No, it has to be above it. That's very, very important. Can I get... You know, actually, I want to send volunteers to you then as well. We can send one division. Congratulations to one of you guys. And I want to send him here just so I can maybe make a move on Tehran. Because moving into Genoa is not really going to be super, super viable. We got like a landing here, which I mean, it's okay, but you're dead. Like there's no doubt about that in my mind whatsoever. Okay, Blue Army moved to Bucharest. I don't know why they left Bucharest, but please go to Bucharest. Send a reinforcement there as well. Land reform budget shortages. I think we do need to get the right a little bit more powerful. Truly comprehensive land reform is an exceptional endeavor, and like all such undertakings, it will never go according to plan. The actual costs of reform have surprised even our more pessimistic estimates. For some time already, the Ministry of Agriculture has been asking for additional emergency funding. Recently, these pleas grew even more urgent, as the current People's Minister of Agriculture, Yevhen Arpenko, threatened to resign if the monetary request remains unanswered. Arpenko, one of the leaders of the URD right wing, is a responsible and experienced statesman. He served, albeit not in a leading position, in the agricultural ministry of Dushenko's cabinet, and has been an avid proponent of comprehensive land reforms since the 1920s. Still, given the recent troubles, perhaps it would be wise to allow him to resign and bring new expertise. The most obvious alternative is a USDRP candidate, Boris Martos, a scholarly figure. He is famous for his broad experience in the matter of cooperative enterprises. During the exile, he taught the Ukrainian University in Lviv and authored several treatises on the cooperatives. After the return, he put his theoretical knowledge into practice, playing a key role in the reorganization of the Com sector. There is, however, a more unorthodox choice. Mykola Kolensky, one of the leading figures of the USPR right's moderate faction, and he was brought up as a candidate. Kovalensky is instrumental in the revival of the peasant trade union, Zelenska Spikla, and remains immensely popular due to peasantry. While the USPR right as a whole is a radical oppositional party, Kovalensky is fairly amicable towards our coalition. Okay, so I want the right to be more powerful. Landform goes down by -2. I'm going to take -20. I need to get the right to not be revolting against us. But I also need to make sure the center also loses some power, but I don't really have anything I can't really do anything about that, at least not right now, from my point of view. Okay, so United States has ended hostilities with the American Union State. They're all going to focus on the CSA, which is good. Hey, a truck division. Let's actually make the truck division its own separate army. Commando, organizer, infantry leader, planning speeds. I was going to say it's okay. I mean, it's fine. Forest. Let's go. I mean, you're 1111. But you're a cavalry officer, which is not really what I'm looking for. Let's go with Andriy here. Andriy. Let's sign you. Yeah, I mean, one somewhere that has like a lot of plains. We don't want to really be going through the forest. But I mean, of course, it's mostly forest. Maybe like here, moving in this direction. And we'll make you into Purple Army. That seems okay. And we might also assign the cavalry divisions to that army as well sometime going into the future. Okay, deal with the devil. Let's go take this supply hub. Let's see if we can move our way towards the border with Austria as well. Get another small encirclement against the Romanians. So has this completed? Yes. Okay. The industry is popping off. And how much longer do we have on this? We have less than a year to get these finished. Land reform goes up by 3. Stability war support research speed is not bad. For every faction the USP has high influence with. Land score goes up by 4. With every faction currently having high influence will gain 4% stability. So we want everybody to be influential for this, if possible. Right will lose influence. The left and center will gain. The thing is, I need the center to lose points right now. Industrial score goes up by 4. Let's just do the local land councils for now. I know it's not like super crazy, but I think it'll work out for us. Okay, support weapons is finished. It is mid 38. Let's get the aircraft here. When can I negotiate with Austria? When is that? I know it's 38 sometime. But when? Where is it here? There it is. The election of 38 has a... That's for Poland. July. Okay, so we still have a few more months. This is now encircled. Our division that arrived in the Italian... You know, the Italian Federation. The Italian state. I want you towards Turin. How close is the Kaiserreich actually, like, capitulating? They are at Italy. Italy is this one. They're only at 60%. I mean, they still have some pretty big cities. Also, Ireland. What is this flag? Why did you become Alaska? When did that occur? Okay, let's have you support this push. Spanish Civil War's over. I mean, if we can capture constant this port here, that will give port access to the railroads, which would be nice. It's really the only way we can actually possibly get supplies for our troops. If I'm not mistaken here. Actually, I can move you guys forward a little bit. Because this is now encircled. There's not that many Romanian divisions left in the field, obviously. Join the Cairo pack. We've taken this. You're falling back. Let's see if we can just take this city as well. They're our last standing. Bit of a pain in the ass. It's not that bad, but it is still a pain. Okay, deploy you here. Delete this. They've taken Genoa, which is actually kind of incredible. I know they have support from the Russians. Unfortunately, like the Italian state, it's a weird situation with them, right? Because they are allowed to join up with Russia. And of course, as you may or may not know, Russia is a threat to our country. We don't really want Russia to have allies. But that's the reason, again, we're involved in the Balkan War at all, so to try to limit Russian power. They've appointed a loyalist government. So that's the election then? No. When is the election? What I'm following must be true. The elections occurred, and mass protest is not active. Did they have mass protest? Not that I can see. At least not yet. Okay, we can move you to this city. Romania, where are you towards capitulation? Because I know Bulgaria is probably going to accept the white peace. Which is always annoying. As a player, I don't think... Does anyone who plays Bulgaria ever accept the white peace? I don't think so. The AI does it, but... I don't think human players ever take the white peace option. Because it's basically just bad. Well, thank you for the rifles, by the way. I do appreciate that. I mean, we need to reduce the center somehow. When are you done? You're done in a few days. Thing is, I kind of need to take both of you. They'll be done in 20 days. Let's see if we can get both of these guys up to good strength. More support equipment. Not going to say no. Let's move our way now to the port province. Because Romania, they've got to be close. Because this isn't even like actual Romanian territory. You're worth 1, you're worth 10. So, I mean, we want to push this way. If you take this city, Romania's going to die. Like, that's just an inevitability. Do you think they have any troops in the port province? It's very possible. Everyone gains influence. 50 political power. Actually, I want this. You'll be done in 11 days. How long are you? You're 42 days. Actually, I do want to take this first. Education for all. Unexpected visitors. As expected, the ascendancy of Boris Savinkov's regime has thoroughly shattered the democratic opposition to his rule. For all their efforts, the democratic opposition in Russia has failed, and now fleeing for their safety from tyranny, are now ironically asking for asylum in the same place they once have denounced as a German puppet for state for years, Ukraine. There's a number of notable names on the left. There is Daniil Sulimov and Alexander Titov, as well as more right-wing cadet figures such as Peter Dolgorokov and Anton Karashchev. Naturally, being an open and free society, unlike Russia, we have allowed them to enter. However, even if some of them may share the same ideals as we do, they're still Russian statesmen, democratically minded or not. Those in the Kremlin have often thought of Ukraine as little more than a German invention, one that will always serve as the bulwark against Russia. Okay, doing well here. I wish this Bulgarian troop would just move into the city. Minor protests in the countryside. Love it. Love, love, love it. When will you be there? You'll be here in 16 hours. That'll capitulate Romania, which then allows us to go towards Athens. But I have a feeling that Bulgaria is probably going to white peace sooner rather than later. The thing is, there's so many like Italian troops here. Like it's kind of difficult to do too much in any capacity. Like they're just so stacked up that getting a killing blow, I'm not going to say it is impossible. Okay, there's the war in Bulgaria over. They've won their battle. Even though I feel like they should take more territory, but if anything, they should just annex all of them. That'd be my thought there. But either way, it's still beneficial for us. I'm still happy that it happened this way. We are building our aircraft. We have trains coming in soon as well. I mean, I know our factory... I mean, our industry is just like dog shit. It's so bad. It is not at all where I want to be. Also, you're still at moderate, huh? So yeah, we do need this. Karashlevi assumes USPR right chairman. Just a year after the 37th general election, the Ukrainian Party of Socialist Revolutionaries is reconsidering their direction after the party's defeat in a moderate coalition. After some internal debate, much of the parties agreed that the USPR's association with more radical RRB had been made creating a consistent message that would appeal to voters difficult, something that the more moderate parties could do better. Additionally, with the land reform ongoing, the once revolutionary mood on the side of the elections seems to be disappearing. Faced with these developments, a change in leadership occurred. After the party conference of the previous chairman of the USPR, Nikhaifir Iroiv, was ousted in favor of the leader of party moderate faction, Mykola Kolensky. Peculiar twist, given that Mykola Mykolovich was the head of the party in 1917-18. Kovalevsky is a proponent of land nationalization rather than socialization, a position he shares with the US DRP, who has reacted warmly to his return to the chairmanship. Exchange of relationship between the two parties is a very positive direction, and now seems to be a distinct possibility. The change in the UPSR's leadership is highly debated by the UDRP. Some of them are seeing it as rather a significant threat. Matters of practical governance have left our party partners in the USDRP satisfied at times, and potential of a moderate socialist coalition emerging in the next election cannot be understated. Others see it differently, though, believing that they may split the left and leave the URDP as a kingmaker, one that can dominate the political center and freely choose its course. Thing is, I need the center to lose influence. Okay, they're down to moderate. This has failed. That's good. This is going to get everybody up to high. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody being high doesn't help me. Oh, this is actually just a shitty fucking tank division. Okay, now there's an infantry there as well, which is not as nice. Okay, what do we want to take? What do we want to take? Civilian factory. Sounds good to me. Okay, they did clean up that. Still 6 divisions here. I think we're kind of at a point in Italy, I would say, where there's not too much we can realistically do. That's a lot of Russian troops on our border. That is not... That's a little scary, if I do say so myself. We'll build more factories a little bit more central. I don't want to build them on the Russian border just in case. Still have 40 points here. You know what? I am going to take... This will be the second time we've done it, right? I'm going to take the loan from Germany. I want the political power. Okay, these 2 divisions, congratulations. You're going to go join Green Army for now. Anything here? How much support equipment do I have in storage? You know, I'll throw 150 support equipment into the pile. I'll be nice. I'll be nice to them. Now I will say, Italian state. This is probably the weak point right here. It's mountain, though, isn't it? Really, nowhere is actually like a super weak point, which is very, very disappointing. Over in America, things seem to be doing somewhat okay. Is there any other wars we actually care about? Argentina and Chile, Brazil, I don't think we care about too much. Don't care about China at all. Don't care about India. Don't care about Peru. Don't really care about Honduras either. It's really just Italy I'm primarily concerned about. I mean, I do care about America. Because again, we can't really have the CSA win. Like that's really bad. But it's like we can send what, one division? I don't know how much that would really change things for us in any meaningful way. We'll throw you in the Red Army. And I think that at least for right now, with industrialization complete, the war in the Balkans finishes. Well, I guess industrialization complete. With the war in the Balkans finished, and industrialization underway, and our initial promises have been made, it's going to be a good time for us to end this episode. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not enjoyed, thumbs down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.